So I'm going to be honest right here. Stephanie White has been extremely confusing as a coach, and I don't know if I'm giving the benefit of the doubt or what, but if I'm like naively giving the benefit of doubt, but I think it's been an interesting couple of games, including preseason, what we've seen, because I just don't know. I just don't know at all. And before we get on to it, I want to thank you guys for 47,000 subscribers. I don't know how we managed to hit it already. We didn't even get another 23 subscribers today. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. But we got to be honest when it comes to Stephanie White. Like, she is obviously a good coach. You cannot have the success that she had in Connecticut without being a good coach, especially coming in from Kurt Miller, losing Jonquel Jones, losing what's her name? Losing Beck Allen the next year, losing Bree Jones as well. Like, losing all of these players and still having the success that she had, like, is not an easy thing to do. But for me, it's like, it's a really tough one watching because the Indiana Fever are playing puke ball. Like, this is a team that, look, I know we can talk about how the most important thing are the wins and all this stuff, but it's puke ball. It is puke basketball that this team are playing. And I don't think you can argue any other way. Like, they are not running. The team's not running. The team has, like, she doesn't seem to have any answer for when a team denies Caitlin Clark. They're not soft, but they don't play physical. Like, there's a difference between being soft and playing physical. Like, what this version of the Chicago Sky is soft. Like, anytime there's anything, you can tell when a team's soft. Mentally, they're tough. That's the one thing I will give, is that mentally they're tough, and it's clear there's a respect level between her and the players. It's clear the players respect her. Like, you could see Caitlin Clark and others, honestly, didn't even look at Christy Sides with some of the things Christy Sides was saying. Like, remember that picture when you guys probably have all seen the picture. It was when she drew up the play for Nalissa Smith with a half a second left. There's a half a second left on the ball, and she drew up a lob for Nalissa Smith to beat Chicago Sky instead of trying to get the ball to Caitlin Clark. Like, or even Aaliyah Boston or anyone, just anyone. But they drew it up for Nalissa Smith. After she drew up a 3-point, or after Aaliyah Boston hit a 3-point play after Christy Sides drew up a play for Christy Wallace. Like, but we saw, and like, one thing I fully, either everything went wrong with that play in the first loss, or that was a play for Natasha Howard. And I don't even mind it. I don't even mind running the lob play. Like, it was actually a pretty good play. And if it was either every single thing went wrong or it was executed to perfection, Natasha Howard just wasn't great. I didn't do a great job of it. But the Fever's defense is better than Christy Sides. I will admit that. Their defense is better. But I don't know. I do not understand taking Caitlin off the point guard. Like, this offense looks at its best when Caitlin's running the one. And she just let the Atlanta Dream dictate what she did on the offensive end, which is something that I don't like to see. And I'm hoping she's experimenting. I'm hoping, because she's been very clear where it's like, it doesn't matter how we are to start the season, it's how we peak coming into the playoffs, which is the most important thing. But it's like, how much grace do we give to Stephanie White? How much grace do we give to a coach basically saying, let's not expect to be good right away? Because player for player, this team should be good right away. Like, you have 4 key players coming back who were part of a team that when they started clicking was really good. But we've got Kelsey Mitchell playing the worst of Kelsey Mitchell. And if you guys don't know about Kelsey Mitchell, there are 2 versions of Kelsey Mitchell. There's Arike Kelsey and there's Clay Kelsey. Clay Kelsey is one of the best players in the league. Arike Kelsey is not. And she has been, if you're watching the Fever, you know what I mean by that. Like, Kelsey Mitchell just deciding that she's going to shoot the ball, like she's going to just charge to the basket and shoot every time, is not a good player. Kelsey Mitchell, when she shoots off spot-ups, maybe one dribble into a jump shot, but like when she goes tween, foot on the line, long 2, like that version of Kelsey Mitchell's not, like, is just not the player the Fever need. And she's been playing like that all year. And it's weird because there was all this talk of emotion offense, all this talk of this stuff, and it is literally just go stand and watch ISOs. Go stand and watch ISOs. And it seems like, I don't know if it is Stephanie White, but it's like there was no attempt at getting Caitlin Clark the ball the last 2 games. And funnily enough, even with no real attempt to get her the ball, she has 27 in the previous one. She had 27 points just creating herself. And then they got more physical with Caitlin. And it's like the more the other team pressures on Caitlin, it's like, okay, yeah, Caitlin be decoy. And I really hope that there's an experimentation. It's just experimentation because I understand, obviously, look, Caitlin was forcing last night. She was bad last night. But it's a problem with Caitlin Clark. And I mean this when I say this, like, there are problems that you can try to coach out of players. But, like, sometimes at the pro level, you have to just accept players' flaws. Sometimes you have to just accept players' flaws. And one of the major flaws of Caitlin Clark is that it's not even that she has to shoot the ball all the time. It's that the less she has the ball in her hands, the dumber stuff she does. And it is a flaw. And by the way, she's not the only player in the WNBA that's like that. There are tons of players. Absolutely tons of players in the league. And if you just look around the WNBA and the NBA as well, like the amount of players that take frustration shots, but you'll never see if a team is denying Steph Curry that Steve Kerr just goes, okay, Steph, go stand in the corner and yeah, just don't cut. Don't do anything. Just stand on the weak side. And that's one of the things I'm really, really confused about. Like, I'm so confused. And it's like, I think I want to give Stephanie White the benefit of the doubt that she's experimenting. And look, we'll know later on in the year, but right now, she has decided that anytime a team just decides we're going to put pressure on Caitlin, we're going to use her as a decoy. The Chicago Sky are garbage. We can be honest there. The Sky are garbage. But she had 11 assists. Like, and Caitlin, again, is one of those players that streaks. That's one of the things that I love about Nafisa Collier. And in fairness, age is very similar in terms of, like, her doing this as well. Age and Caitlin are the same. Breanna is the exact same, where it's like, it's not death by 1,000 cuts. It's they get points, they get assists, they do everything in bunches. And they rely on rhythm of the game. And this Indiana Fever team, they're not going to win slowing games down. Like, that's the way Christy Sides wanted them to play, and they lost. And in those scenarios, there's actually, like, you don't almost even want Caitlin Clark on the floor when teams playing like that. The problem is that you might want an Erica Wheeler, but the team doesn't have an Erica Wheeler anymore. Like, it's really weird. Like, the personnel on the team doesn't suit slow down play. And by the way, Aaliyah Boston doesn't suit slow down play. Aaliyah Boston excels in space. She excels in space. She excels when she's able to make quick decisions, which doesn't have to be in transition, but it can be out of quick offenses, making reads, playing a read and react offense. But it feels like Stephanie White is intentionally slowing this team down. It seems like this team is trying to slow down. They're not running. They're not pushing. They've been flat 2 games in a row. They've absolutely been flat. And they came out even more flat game 2 than game 1. They lost game 1 in heartbreaking fashion. And they came out even more flat the next game. Like, I'd be a bit worried. I genuinely, I'm worried. I'm not going into panic mode. But, like, it has to be said, Caitlin Clark has, in the first half, set more screens than she touched the ball. She did not touch the ball on 9 consecutive offenses. She was not strong side on 7 consecutive offenses, as in she walked down the floor, went to one side of the court, the ball went to the side of the court, went to the opposite side that she was on, and did not get swung around. Like, there are huge concerns with the way the Indiana Fever are playing offense. And this is a Caitlin Clark problem, but the problem is that as a coach, your job is to coach the players, and it is a Caitlin Clark problem that when she is not engaged in the offense, like, she's either zoned in or zoned out. And if she can be zoned in on an offense, and when she's zoned in, she's the best offensive player in the league. When she's zoned in, she's one of the better defenders in the league. Like, she, when she's locked in, she's one of the better defenders in the league. Not one of the best. She's one of the top 50% of defenders. But when she's not locked in, she goes in as a bottom 10% defender. And you saw late in the game what she did. She made great defensive plays. She drew an offensive foul on... She drew 2 offensive fouls in the fourth quarter and made... Or did she draw both offensive fouls? She definitely drew one of them on Griner. And then she did a really, really good job on the defensive end, locking up Ryan Howard. Like, Ryan Howard had a really nice... or was trying to ISO her and ended up shooting a step-back brick. So, I have to say, it's like... You can be a bit worried, but I don't know if there's some master plan. I don't know if she has some master plan. If she has some master plan and, she's trying to get the team to win ugly, she's trying to get the team to win in a slowdown setting because there's going to be times you have to play fast, you have to play slow, and she doesn't want the team to just play only fast in the regular season, because it's a lot easier to slow a team down in the playoffs and the regular season, so they have to get used to everything, then I'm okay with it. But if she has Christy Sides' mentality of, we need to prep for the playoffs and the playoffs is slow, and by doing that, you're slowing a team down, and the Indiana Fever are not going anywhere playing slow. Like, if they are forced to play slow in the playoffs, they're not winning a playoff series. Let's be real. This is a team that thrives in chaos. We've seen it. We've seen every time the Indiana Fever have looked good, it's been chaos. They thrive in chaos. These players thrive in chaos. Every one of them. Lexi Hull creates chaos. Sydney Colson creates chaos. Caitlin Clark, absolutely. If there's chaos around, Caitlin Clark will make the most of that. She'll make the most of it. So, look, I really do hope that I'm wrong with this. Not even hope that I'm wrong. I hope that we see it better, because I'm not going to say Stephanie White out. Like, obviously, look, there's a freaking... When you're reacting on the game. And this thing are so annoying. People are like, oh, you're like what was it? You're like saying stuff while reacting. It's like you're too emotional. You're getting too far into it. I'm a fan of a sports team. Of course I am. I'm sorry. People don't think WNBA players are allowed to be fans. Or WNBA fans aren't allowed to be fans of a sports team. I'm sorry. I'm reacting the exact same way as I would with Leeds United. I would react in the exact same way I would with a team. Like, if you take the emotion out of fandom, then what the hell is it? Let's be real. If you can take the emotion out. But Stephanie White, I don't know. I mean this, I don't know. Because I don't know if she wants this team to play fast, she wants teams to play slow. I don't know if there's some master plan. Because whatever the hell we saw the last 2 games, and not going to lie, when this team plays slow, they play flat. They come out flat when they're slow. That is not an opinion, that is a fact. When this team comes out slow and they're being told slow it down. When this team runs Kelsey Mitchell at the point, they're super flat. The only player on this team that can effectively even run a couple of minutes at the point, not named Caitlin Clark, is Sophie Cunningham. Aaliyah Boston is their 3rd best point guard. Actually initiating the offense. But Kelsey Mitchell is... I would rank Kelsey Mitchell as below Damaris Dantas in who I want taking the ball up the floor and setting up the offense. And we've watched 2 straight games of Kelsey Mitchell at point. And Kelsey Mitchell at point is fine if you want to do what the Fever did in the 2 years when Kelsey Mitchell ran the 1 at times in 2022. If you want to do what happened the last time they ran Kelsey Mitchell the 1 and went 5-30. They went 5-30 the last time Kelsey Mitchell played the 1. So look, I'm hoping there's experimentation. I'm hoping that Caitlin playing power forward isn't something that we're going to see down the stretch. And I'm hoping that she's not Sides 2.0. But based on the evidence we have seen, she's Christy Sides, who's better with the media. Based on everything we've seen. And I hope I'm wrong. She's had enough success that I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But based on everything we've seen, it's looking like Christy Sides. It's Christy Sides who's better freaking media trained. That seems what it is so far. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Going to give the benefit of the doubt, but right now we have watched 2 consecutive games of a team denying Caitlin Clark, and her tactic when Caitlin's being denied is cool, just go stand in the corner. Go stand in the corner, don't back cut, don't do anything, go stand weak side and not touch the ball for 7 consecutive possessions. There's no way that's what Steve Kerr told her to do, learning from Steph Curry. Having Caitlin Clark stand weak side. And maybe it's not a Caitlin Clark problem. Maybe there are a bunch of sets and nobody on the team swings the ball. But look, then that's a coaching problem too. If you're letting Kelsey Mitchell just dribble, take a few step backs. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.